How you doing?
I'm alright. How are you? Hi again.
We're so excited to have you. Oh, we're so excited to have you here on the stage.
I'm so excited, especially my big couch. This is great.
If that's how you want to lie during the interview, go for it.
Thanks, I appreciate it. This is so weird. I love seeing all of your cameras. I would say eyes, but it's really difficult to see it with all of your cameras. Okay.
Guys, don't worry about recording because we're live streaming it and we'll be putting the video up on YouTube later on. So you don't need to have your phones in front of you. You can watch it there as well.
That's like one of my favorite things. Like people pretend to be friends and then they all take pictures, but they all want their camera to actually take it. I'm like, you can't just share it with each other. Y'all ain't friends like that? That's messed up. Yeah, you got it, right? Just the one. That's all you need. Then send. All
just
right.
one photo, that's all we need. And just here right now, ladies and gentlemen.
You're not at home, you're not looking at the screen, you're not little pictures right here. What's up, y'all? I'll come through. I'll be like, what's up? Love it out, love, blah, 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 blah. What's up? Oh my God, that's so cute. Thank you so much. You shouldn't have. It's so great of you. You're so generous. Thank you so much. Thank you.
See, I'm going to mention the question I was going to mention later, but you always seem to have so much energy.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Not all the time, but I sleep. I drink water. But, I don't know. I'll sleep, I'll relax when I'm dead. That's what it's about. We're here. Enjoy. Take in the moment. I definitely, as an insomniac, I have to be careful and make sure I try to get sleep because I just am always like, It's quite a lot. But because of it, I can do really fun things like clap really fast. Because I'm a spaz.
I'm not allowed to talk fast because no one ever understands my accent.
What?
That's fair. I'll teach you some Geordie later on.
Some Geordie. Yeah, bring it. Okay, what?
So any Geordies in the house? So's one.
That was so good. Meh.
Yeah. So Geordies have a very weird accent. So we are very famous for saying the word, why aye man.
Did you just make that up? Is that banana?
Am I making this up?
Is that a real word? And it's a word other people use normally.
It means yes.
But doesn't sound like, but it's like a particular word to your community though.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you go, why aye man.
Why aye, man? Why aye, man? Look at that.
And you've got to finish every sentence with like. You ever notice that
Like?
about Geordies? Thank you for coming, like.
Damn it. I'm trying to get out of my life, man. I live in Cali. Everything's like, oh my God, so and then I kind of was you know what I mean? Like.
I know what you mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, aye, man.
Why aye, man?
Why aye, man? Why aye, man?
Yeah, there we go.
Look at that, I'm speaking
Geordie.
beautifully and powerfully, just movingly. It's the best script I've ever had.
See, now, if you ever visit Newcastle, you're welcome to stop in my spare room. I'm sure my other half won't mind. But you'll be fine in Newcastle.
Did you see that? I just got a spare room. This is better than Airbnb.
Yeah. It's
Hey.
free, and I'll make you breakfast in the morning.
Free is everything. Okay, cool. I'm down. I'm in. Why aye, man? Yes. Why aye, man?
I feel like I've made a Geordie. So let's get down to business. Daredevil, when it first came out, it was such an amazing idea to bring Marvel to a TV series and obviously streaming as well. Did you ever think it was going to kind of have such a big impact on Marvel in the series for Netflix?
We just didn't want it to suck. We were so nervous. There was a movie beforehand of the same title that gave us
Interesting
reservations.
reviews, yeah.
And it was interesting because we didn't really, when we went into it, it's turned into this remarkable thing now of multiple different shows and the storyline going through all those different shows and showrunners and tones. And it's, they're doing it now beautifully as well in the cinematic world of the Marvel Universe. And it's groundbreaking. We've never seen this kind of storytelling before. So it's amazing to get, a 13-hour Daredevil movie and a 13-hour, 13-hour Jessica Jones story. And, that's what you're really getting. But we didn't know that when we first started. The show was called Bluff. He had this weird black spandex t-shirty thing that he was wearing and fighting crime in. people didn't know if they were coming back next episode. They didn't know we were shooting Daredevil. We were totally, I wasn't in the dark, but a lot of the people we were working with, and it was, a shot in the dark. We had no idea if it was really going to work or not. And then it did. And like when we came all back for the second season, it was this revelation. It was so great to know that all this effort and time and energy that we put into this thing that we just loved so much was actually good and fun and interesting and challenging in all the right kind of ways. I'd never really forayed into television before, and Netflix isn't TV, to be honest, but it was, this is the longest I've ever lived with a character and the longest, I've ever kind of explored a world, and it's just been incredibly rewarding and wonderful. But I can definitely say from the beginning when we started, we had no idea what we were getting into, and we were just like every day like, there's a lot of that.
I think it was one of the for me personally, one of the first shows where I kind of think it helped invent the term binge watching.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's just a series that was just all there in one go, and you just couldn't put it down. You just wanted to know what would happen next. Did you ever think that the series would have that impact where people would just be sitting watching it constantly? I think at the time, it broke a few records for the amount of people watching in one go all in a row.
I mean, Netflix shut down right when Luke Cage got put out. So there was like a whole thing that we'd shut down Netflix, which was pretty great. But there was an interesting moment when people would only get sick and binge watch. Remember that moment? It doesn't exist anymore. But there was a moment where people were like, oh, I was sick all weekend. What did you do? I binge watched. And you're like, oh, that's good for you. Now people binge watch and they're like, I actually have to be up at 8 and work and take my child to school and be a functional adult. But just 4 more episodes, So now it's just like this thing that we just do. And it's remarkable. It's incredible. There's still I have lists of things that I still need to watch. And then there's other things, it just give me life. Like, who's a Sense8 fan? I need my people. I want my 7 other humans. I feel gypped. That's one of the first times I've actually seen sensuality and sexuality portrayed in a show where I was like, this is totally justified. This would absolutely, if I had all those people to be with all the time, yes, that's what it should look like.
I think it was episode 3 or 4 where it kind of first happened, and I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. That was interesting.
And you were like, next episode, immediately.
Yeah. Binge watching. No, I'm not coming to bed tonight, love. There we go.
So good. So I'm so excited about that one coming back. I shouldn't be plugging that. I'm not in that whatsoever. I'm plugging the idea, if they continue on with it, that I'm available. That's what I'm plugging.
It's Netflix. It's all connected. You support one another.
That's what I'd like to believe.
So, did you expect your character to be the kind of glue that held the whole Marvel Netflix universe together?
Not at all. I had no idea where they were pushing my character. And we literally, I kept signing on year for year. So everyone else who came on signed up for sort of like a normal television show, 5 to 7 years, and just in case it happened or not. But me, I always kind of was like, okay, I come on Daredevil, and then they're like, actually, we'd like you to keep coming back. So I'd sign on again, and it's just been amazing because unlike with a movie script where you get the whole thing and you know what you're agreeing to in advance, this is sort of like, hey, read the pilot. Do you like that? Cool. You'll find out what happens next later with the rest of us. You're like, oh, okay. Like on Jane the Virgin, we're filming, and I don't know who I shot. I have no idea. It's this really different world. And it's amazing because I've been acting for 24 years. So it's only been these past 4 years, really, that I've been experiencing what that is in the TV world. And I have to say it's been pretty fun. It's totally different and new. And that's exciting because it's nice to do something different, and keeping on my toes, staying challenged.
Do you ever find it tough not revealing spoilers? For example, Luke Cage Season 2's out very soon, guys. And I've got the review copies at home, and I didn't want to watch them. Netflix sent me the reviews. It's great.
I don't even have those.
You haven't seen them yet?
This is actually one of these things when I come here, I'm constantly amazed by how much stuff I don't ever see or know about. People are like, will you sign this? I'm like, this exists? I've never seen this before. I want to keep, can I give you your money back and pay you to let me keep it? No, of course, they're like, give me my signature and leave. But it's crazy how much no, I do not.
I feel kind of bad now, but I didn't want to watch it on purpose because my worry is I'll see someone go,
why I, man.
that scene at the end was brilliant. Oh, there's Netflix lawyers, and But one of our website people have seen it, and they said that already it is better than season 1.
It's really good, though. I will absolutely say the second season of Luke Cage is really, really, really great. And the first one was really powerful and wonderful, but it always falls into the trap, like a lot of them, of like doing a lot of that, development of the story and the world. The world's already there now. You're totally grounded in it, and you're just in. So it was fun when we were shooting the first Luke Cage. We'd be, trying to get people to be like, "Yo, Luke Cage," and they're like, "What? What's happening?" And then now we're shooting this. When we were shooting the second season, people just be screaming as we walked down. "Yo, Luke Cage!" Like it was like he became this real person. He was like, "Yeah, I used to live in Harlem." Mike Calder. He's like, "I used to live in Harlem. I could never live here again. I've got a child. I'd just be getting screamed at and people trying to punch me." He's like, "Yo, let me see. Tighten up. You can't feel that, right?" And you're like, "Actually, I'm human, and that hurts."
Saying that though, your character development, she's becoming pretty much a bit of a badass, and Iron Fist was starting to see that.
I love my claws. Yeah, those are dope.
How much training was involved in that, or did you just kind of fake and go?
Yeah, I did a lot of faking. I had opportunities to train more, and I was lazy. To be honest, I really was like, I get to do like one thing, and I don't need to train all of that. I'm sad about that, actually. I really should have trained more. When I look at The Wing, Colleen is just amazing, and she just like makes these videos for her Instagram, like, "Oh, I'm just practicing this crazy 2-foot jump," and you're like, "Oh, that could be me."
I'm sure you're going to look great in season 2. This is going to be great in season 2. We don't need to watch it. Who's going to be watching when it comes out in June?
I can't believe it's so soon, actually.
It snuck up on us. They just released some of the promotional posters and everything like that as well. Can you give us any, I know you've got to be very careful, can you give us any tidbits on what to expect in season 2, just to kind of tease us and get us excited?
I can tell you what's already in the trailer, which is, Misty Knight has an amazing robotic arm, which is super fly. And I love that people picked up on that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is in the trailer. Mustafa, who actually was here, plays Bushmaster, and that's a really badass character and really amazing. I don't know, it's going to be really interesting sort of exploring. Luke Cage has such an interesting kind of position within the comics as being, he is himself. He doesn't have like this extra persona. He wears a hoodie, but that's, it's... so he's known as himself, and he becomes that hero for hire kind of thing, like Jessica Jones. So it's interesting seeing what that looks like. It's so different from the grappling that was dealt with Matt Murdock and his sort of like two lives. But I think, the public persona and the expectations that people have on you, and then your own personal life, those two things still split. And so I think it's really interesting that even though that doesn't necessarily mirror the same idea of someone like that's so obvious of like a Superman type of character that has a double life, you still end up kind of falling into that trap, So it's interesting watching that with Luke and grappling with that in this season.
Well, I'm excited to see it.
I feel like, honestly, I might get sniper shot. Like, I feel like that probably wasn't fully in the trailer, and so I've done something wrong, and Marvel's going to be mad at me.
We're not going to say anything.
Yeah, we're fine. This is only being live streamed, which you started off with in the beginning.
They've put the phones down, so YouTube just... honestly, I'm sure it'll be fine. It sounds really exciting, though. Now,
really,
do we
really
have any fan questions? All right, yeah. So Alice is going to be running out here. Some gentleman at the back there. There's Alice. Hi, Alice.
Go ask Alice.
Go, girl. Straight ahead there, gentleman with his hand up there. Try and squeeze through.
I'm schwitzing, so...
Go for it. Do you want some water? Got some
no.
water? Are you sure?
Okay, yeah.
I'll put it next to you just in case you change your mind.
Pull my jacket down.
I have like a two-part question.
All right.
Okay, so in the comics, or like to my knowledge, Misty Knight and Luke Cage kind of have a thing, but in the series of season 1, it's slightly different. Was that planned from the beginning, or did that kind of just naturally evolve? That's question 1.
Okay.
Question number 2. Oh yeah, and Misty Knight and Claire do a bit of teamwork to take down one of the villains at some point. Is there a bit more of that in season 2? Question mark.
So apparently, Luke likes his coffee in all shades and types. And you know, that's something that's explored. There's, you know, obviously he had one of the first interracial babies, I think, in the comics. So there's a lot of history to pick up on within the actual comics that obviously, as you see with the shows, they don't always feel a fidelity to. So I think they kind of played with it, but they wanted to just modernize it and kind of take on some different stuff. So I'm ultimately, I have no idea what will happen in season 3, but there's definitely some interesting emotional relationship stuff that is gone through in this next one. And I get to work with, so second question, I get to work with Misty a bit doing physical therapy with her and kind of helping her just out while she's kind of transitioning into the space of getting a robotic arm. And so that's interesting, but yeah, no, again, I think you're gonna see some other folks that she starts working with, and we're gonna see some more collaborations between some of the other characters, which is really cool to see these different folks getting to know each other and support each other. Should be fun.
Where we're hiding. There's someone just next to you, Alice.
Thanks very much. Okay. Yeah. A while back, I seem to recall you saying that you were interested in playing a live-action version of Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars: The
I
Clone
keep planting
Wars.
these people in my Q&As. I hope you guys don't mind, because I'm just pitching myself for a Star Wars role. That's cool. Thanks.
I just thought, given that they've just announced that Jon Favreau is making a live-action TV series set in around the sort of just post-Rebels timeline, basically, I guess what I'm saying is your agent on the case?
I got everybody on the case, including you, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, keep your hands
Anything
up for questions.
to get those 2 lightsabers.
Yeah. Maybe you should get that guy as your agent. He seems to be on the
Yo,
ball
what's
right
up,
now.
Wonder Woman? Where it at?
Just at the back there. Keep your hands up the whole time, please.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for coming. I'm a huge fan. Kapsik, I'm from Poland.
Thanks.
Not a question related to Marvel, but to you. Some people know that you used to write songs
Yeah.
and sing.
Yeah.
Would you mind singing one with me now? I can start and you will pick it up because I think you know it very well.
Is this a family appropriate song?
Yes. A certain 6-year-old wrote it.
If you know the lyrics to that song, that is really weird. Just saying.
Yep. Is that a yes?
I'm so curious. So
I'm worried.
I wrote a song when I was 6 that's very party all the time. I don't know what kind of Eddie Murphy fans you guys are, but and then I wrote this other really weird song with my mom and brother when we were caught in an earthquake in '89 when I was like 10. So I'm curious which one of these songs you're gonna sing.
It's
Go
a
for it.
party song. I want to party.
Okay, go.
Yeah. But with you together, please.
My 6-year-old hit, everybody. Let's go.
Yes, but I'm not singing alone, right?
I'm singing with you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Please. Together will be good.
You
Okay.
start. You
Go.
start.
I
I wanna party. I wanna party. This is so weird. I wanna party. Oh, I feel like I have a hit right now. I wanna party
Hands up.
all night. I wanna party all
Get
night.
those hands up.
I wanna sing and dance and play all day. So won't you party with me? 'Cause I wanna party with you. It was like really deep. You saw that? My 6-year-old self. It was so good.
Thank you very much.
That is amazing and super weird.
Ladies and
Did I
gentlemen,
just die?
the album will
we
be
dead?
out in
Is this
June.
what's happening? This is so weird. Awesome.
Next question there. I think you should release an album. Just call
Sure.
it 6-Year-Old Me.
Based on that one amazing, remarkable, articulate song. Thank you. I want to party all the time. I knew young.
Hi. How much of a fangirl are you? Because you've done Wonder Woman. Is there any other characters you like to do? Any characters you like to portray?
Well, it's been fun doing a lot of video games and some other films. I got to do Lego Batgirl and the voice of Wonder Woman. I'm still doing the voice of Wonder Woman, which is amazing. But I was talking about yesterday on the stage. I literally am a nerdy, geeky, little weird person, and I really am imagining that as a 39-year-old, I might have missed the mark on being able to play people like Ahsoka Tano and, She-Hulk. So I am totally okay with that because we live in a time where you can make cool little, I consider cool, fan, art. And so I'm already in the process of talking with a couple friends of just being like, we're just gonna make a little Wonder Woman short film or a little She-Hulk short film and just write it and be original and it'll just be something that we just make and just put out there for the sake of it just because it'd be fun and
Yeah. Would you write the soundtrack and do the songs by any chance? I'm a She-Hulk, yeah. It could work.
why I, man? Like,
And unfortunately, on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, Rosario has to head
we
off.
gotta get at least Wonder Woman. I'm so sorry. I love you guys. I don't know what's going on with Homegirl
I'll run
over
out.
here with the microphone,
I'll run
but
out.
not
I'll run out.
like not one female was asked a question.
Okay,
Wasn't
here
that
we go.
weird? I'm just like, is that just me? I was like, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be sexist. I just really like all kinds of bodies types,
Thank
and I
you
want to hear
very
from all of
much.
them. So go ahead, Wonder Woman. Get you there. Get your life.
So I wanted to ask you about Jane the Virgin.
Get it.
How
Bring
do
the
you-
mic up like this. See how I'm holding it like I'm a hip hop like rap star? Like,
I wanted
like,
to ask
yo,
you
yo.
about Jane the Virgin and
Yeah.
how you felt it helped with telenovela crossovers into like.
You got to talk into that mic. I can't hear you. Sorry.
How do you find that the popularity?
Actually, put the mic right here.
like I'm rapping
Boom.
into it. Oh, okay,
Boom.
all right. It's super intimate. Okay, all right.
You could be my hype woman, yo. Let's do this.
How did you feel that the popularity of Jane the Virgin has helped with telenovela crossover into like the mainstream?
It's huge, actually. It's interesting. It's literally the engine that could. They really operate in a very small budget. That the popularity of that show and the way that it's presented, you would think that it has way more money and is working with a lot more than it actually is. It really is the little Latino engine that could. And I'm just so grateful and amazed to be able to support it. I think they're really wonderful. Latinos are really underrepresented in Hollywood, and that one show pretty much hires all of them. And we're in the middle right now of SAG really pushing back and getting all of the Latino telenovela artists to actually be in the union. They're not represented in the union. So all of the telenovelas that go all around the world, they just do not have the same rights. They're not paid properly. There's so many different issues there. And so shows like that are really instrumental in being able to push the argument forward. And we're getting into some really good negotiations now with SAG, specifically around telenovela artists being able to have, proper pay and care and all of the things that come with being, having a union represent you. So I'm so stoked to be on that show. It really came as a fluke, literally, because it's the last question, I'm gonna milk it. So it totally came as a fluke because Gina had done, had already shot 2 episodes that Petra was in, and then the actress who they had hired quit, and they had to reshoot. So over New Year's, I get a text from Gina going, yo, Jen Snyder, the showrunner, thought of you when she wrote this, but would have never, gone out to you because it's just we don't have a lot of money and we don't have all these different things. And we cast someone, but then they dropped out, and we're kind of in a bind. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday. She asked if I could come in to shoot Saturday. I was like, I don't think we can make that work. I think we ended up making it to that Monday or Tuesday. But she was like, we need someone, and would you be interested? And I was like, where do you shoot? And she said that they shot in El Segundo, and I live by the beach in LA. So I was like, oh, that's like 20 minutes from my house, done. Like literally, it was like a handshake deal because it was close, and I love her, and I love the show, and I thought it'd be great. I had no idea I was gonna be making out with Yael all the time. I didn't know any of this. I didn't ask any of those questions. I was like, yo, what's up with Petra, with Jetra, with like Petramos? Like, what is going on with this? This is awesome. So I've been loving the whole experience. I come back again because it's a cliffhanger on this one, but I'm really kind of like feeling like I might be calling them to be like, so what's up with them episodes? Because it was like the dopest. And I really love the love that everybody's been giving it. And I'm really proud of the show and all the hard work that they're doing. And Gina directed an episode, and Justin did, and it's just a really beautiful family, and it's their last season. So I'm really grateful to be a part of the Jane the Virgin family. Thanks for your question.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know we had a lot of fan questions, so please take the opportunity. Rosario's at our signing booth, get an autograph. I'm sure she'll answer some of your questions as she's signing as well.
Yes,
But I think
we can sweat on each other up close.
I feel like I need to go get one now. Right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget Luke Cage Season 2 is coming out very soon where you can see her lovely self in it as well. Please go check her out at the autograph booth. As you can see, she's absolutely amazing, so I think we need the biggest round of applause and cheer for Rosario.
Go team.